Some of you may have heard recently that I took a full-time position as the Chief Sales Officer for the new combined entity of two companies formerly called White Glove and Acquire Direct. There's a new rebrand coming. I know the name, but I'm not going to tell you now. Stay tuned for more on that. But I've been asked, why did you take it? Why did you, why did you go from what you've been doing for the last 9 years as a consultant, speaker, trainer, coach, and why did you choose to, as one of my friends put it, align with a new company? And I've also been asked, hey, are these Sunday messages going to keep coming? Are you still doing some training? Are you still doing speaking? I will touch on those things, but I want to answer the big question first. And it's funny, I actually sat down this morning and wrote, because there are a lot of reasons, and what I'm most encouraged by is that the more I write, the more I need to write. So I've got a list here that I want to share with you, and hopefully this is not just an answer to a question. This is something that inspires you to think about the position you're in, and maybe think about the next position you want to get in, because look, our careers are supposed to have an arc to them. We're supposed to constantly be pushing ourselves. We're supposed to constantly be developing. You want to continue to learn, and there's something more for you out there in one way, shape, or form. So let me tell you why I took this position, and hopefully you're inspired to think about why you want to take your next position as well. But first and foremost, I'll just start at the top. We sell solutions to people who know they need help, and there are a lot of them out there. The addressable market for the people we serve, typically financial advisors or groups and practices of financial advisors, is large, and they need help. I've been working with professional services for my entire career, and there are a lot of people out there who know they need to put themselves in front of qualified prospects and don't know how to do it, and another subsection of them that are afraid to do it. We get to help that. That's something near and dear to my heart. I resonate with that. That was me at some point until I learned until I really learned about what selling is and what it isn't. And so this is an extension of that desire in my own heart to help those kinds of people. We have market-leading, innovative, tech-enabled solutions with a whole lot of room to continue to innovate. The more I look at these combined entities, when I look at the business models of these two formerly or former competitive, these two teams used to compete against each other. When I look at the new and combined catalog between the two of them, we have the most thorough, profound, market-leading set of solutions to help the people we need to help most. And we've got a lot of leverage. We've got a lot of opportunity. We're in a very strong position, and there's so much room to grow. I salivate as a sales rep when I look at the untapped opportunity, and my team is going to see what I'm seeing very, very soon. It is not lost on me that in the industry I'm in, we are going to help increase and improve the financial literacy of hundreds of thousands of people every year. Right now across the US and into Canada a little bit. But this is something that I think the world needs. And while I'm not going to go so far as to say that I wake up every day with a strong desire to improve the financial literacy of Americans, but what I will say is that we have every reason to be very proud of what we sell and how we sell it, because we are undeniably doing good. This is not a situation where I'm just helping to make more money for someone who doesn't need to make any more money. There's nothing like that. We've got a real purpose to who we help, and they often have a very strong desire and purpose for why they do what they do. When whys align like that, it's a really beautiful thing. I want to talk about my team. I've got an asterisk next to this one. The people on my team are capable, they're motivated, they want to learn, they want to grow. They know that there's a lot of opportunity in what they're doing. In some cases, they feel like they've reached a ceiling. In some cases, they feel like they've reached some other constraints that are holding them back, and it's very frustrating. What I see and what the rest of the executive leadership team sees is a ton of opportunity. So that means that the shackles will be off, so to speak. There won't be these constraints, or at least many of them will be removed, and they're going to get to go sell. They're also going to learn how to approach their sales careers and their prospects in a different way, because we're moving from more of a transactional sale to more of a consultative one, which is something that is just invaluable in this marketplace, and that comes along with this thorough catalog of options that we have. I mentioned the executive leadership team. Every day I work with them, I continue to be impressed. And we have added more since I started. And I love the team that I go to work with every day. This was a client of mine before I accepted the position. And so I had the opportunity to work with this team in some executive capacities and some strategic capacities before I came along. And I looked around this room and I said, these are people that I want to go to battle with. These are capable people. These people are smarter than me in a lot of ways, that I have some growing to do, but they also respect everything that I bring to the table, my point of view, my experience, my wisdom as it relates to this. And I feel like I'm a part of something bigger. And to even extend that, we're very well resourced from our private equity partners and the consulting team that is here to support us. I've been welcomed with open arms, and every day I go to work, I'm more excited to go to work. I'm going to tell you that part of my approach, part of my job, was to take two teams that used to compete against each other and combine them into one. And my team has heard the term one team probably ad nauseum. It's been a theme that has run through everything that we've done together. But that is an interesting set of circumstances, and it is an interesting set of problems to solve. What I've learned throughout my career is that sales problems and business problems are really people problems. And they're complicated. They're sometimes messy. They don't always go smoothly. But these are the things that I really get excited to solve. Maybe that's part of my psychosis, or maybe that's just the realization of what it takes to succeed in business. I'm leaning into these challenges. I've got a mountain of work in front of me, but I'm excited to get in and do it. Here we go. I'm on my second sheet now. I have been handed the keys to build a world-class sales organization. Leadership, the people I'm around, I've already referred to this team. They basically said, Jeff, we need a world-class sales organization. We think you're the guy to build it. Will you come do that? That was essentially the offer I got. And I've already mentioned how welcoming I had, or how welcoming the team has been, how welcome I've felt. How do you turn down an offer like that? I get to take everything that I have learned over the last 20 years in sales, and I get to apply that level of focus to a team of people that is looking for it, a team of people that is hungry for it, and a team of people that knows what to do with it. What else could you ask for? I'm extraordinarily lucky to be in this position. I feel like I found myself in the right place at the right time with the right people, and I'm leaning full on into this opportunity. And every day I go to work, I am reminded that I'm in the right place and I'm more excited to be there. So if you're looking for anything else in a job, I don't know what you're looking for. And so, what does that mean? Does that mean that these Sunday morning messages are going to stop? Does that mean, and first and foremost, no. Because if anything, I've got more stories to tell. I've got more specific things to refer to, more situations to extrapolate lessons from. So I don't believe that there's any reason for these messages to stop. Will I continue to consult, coach, speak? I've been asked that by a lot of people, particularly the ones who have already paid me to come and speak later this year. Yes, I will continue to do that. I just learned about this concept called PTO. Weird, kind of blew my mind. I've never had PTO. In the 20 years that I've been selling, I've been full commission, no base, and I have not had paid time off because I didn't get paid for time. So with this new dynamic, I'm certainly going to be limited. I don't have a full roster of speaking engagements that I can just come at the drop of a hat. I have to be very selective because I really only have room for a small handful of them. But it needs to be clear. I want it to be clear. This is my focus. I just gave you 8.5 minutes of why I'm excited to be where I am. There's nothing I'd rather be doing. I know there's value to be created and value to be provided for other people from the stage. And on a very limited basis, I might be able to do that, but certainly not if it gets in my way of the initiatives that I'm putting into play with this team. So I really want to thank everybody for the support. I got an unbelievable amount of congratulatory messages, go get 'em messages. This team's lucky to have you messages. Was not expecting that kind of support, and I got it. And I thank everybody who sent those messages. And I'm just really thrilled to be here. I'm not going anywhere from these messages, and hopefully you'll tune in to next week's as well.